So we're still tracking Bitcoin, and this is the monthly chart for the BTC. We have about 14 hours for the monthly candle to be able to close. So the swing perspective for Bitcoin, we've been looking at this area as an area of resistance, and that is an area we've traded from. If you've watched our videos here, about a month ago, we called this Bitcoin buy, and then last week we had also this video in which we are tracking it. So we just want to continue today and see how it is playing out. So we had marked clearly here that this is an area of support that we will want to see price come into. And the reason for that support is because of the price difference between this low and then this new high, which was this here. So this gives us a support. And then we have resistance here. So on the monthly perspective, you can clearly tell here that we still have about 14 hours for this candle to close. And if this candle closes like that, that means we have a chance of the market continuing bearish. That means the bull run is not yet, and we are still going to continue bearish. So with that being said, let's go to the weekly candle and also understand how price is behaving on the weekly candle. So on the weekly candle, we had noticed last week that this is an area in which we want price to come into. But before price comes into this potential support, let's study price here. Okay, now if you studied here, you've seen bearish, 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 and then we have a price difference here. Okay, so that is an area in which we know that resistances can be formed or supports can be formed if it is down. And before we were waiting for price to come to this, but then we are seeing price also reacting from this price difference here. So right now, what we have to work with what is near. So this is the nearest price difference. Now, if you don't understand the concept of price difference, all you have to do is come to our YouTube and then look for Throne Trades. And then you will see the first video. I've explained the concept of price difference has been explained and why we trade it. So once you have this, we can clearly tell that these are the areas in which we will look for trading opportunities, and then this one here. But we have two of them, so we work with the nearest. So the nearest is this one here. That means if we're going to work with this, we have a wick here that could potentially be filled. Okay, now this is the swing perspective. Now, once I have an area of interest here, I can switch to a lower time frame, whether it is 1 hour, whatever time frame it is, and that is where I'm going to start looking for trades. Okay, so what you can notice from here is that this is the area in which we want to look for trades. Now, there's this, and then there's this, but right now we're working with the nearest, which would be this one here. You can clearly tell here, whenever price approach this resistance or this price difference here, we had price coming back down. That's why we see here, and then these are trading opportunities. Okay, now to be able to understand what could actually happen here, let's study price around this area here. So you can clearly tell that once price touched here, we had a strong break to the downside, creating for us a low. But what I want you to observe here is another price difference here, this one here. So we're just using the same concept. So how would I want to trade this now? Because I'm still sell buyers, I'm still looking for selling opportunities. So once price reaches here, what I want to see is that price giving us a pattern here, either to touch this or this. And then once we have a break below into this area here with a clear pattern here, then I can look for selling opportunities. And then I can begin to see that overall, we will be targeting these other lows here. But of course, these other price differences will have to be broken. The market will have to break this, and then I can continue to look for trading opportunities to the downside with further formation of patterns. So this is what I would want to see on the swing perspective. But if any of this doesn't happen, then we have another area to come and wait for trades around here with the formation of a pattern and then stuff like that. So what I want you to observe here is the fact that you just don't trade, but you wait for price to come to a price difference area, a key important area. And once price is there, you study the market structure, see whether the market is forming lower lows. By that, I mean from here, the market will have to break lows, and then you can begin to look for trades. The same thing here and then here. Otherwise, on the swing perspective, Bitcoin is still bearish. But let's see how this plays out this week.